How you doing? This is Philip McKernan, and today I wanted to talk about, I have a question for you, and it's quite a sensitive question, so just bear with me. So the question is, are you fat? And it's as simple as that, are you? And this is not a question you need to think about, it's not a question you need to ask advice about, it's just a question you need to ask yourself. Because the reality is, when it comes to our bodies, number one is we're very sensitive, and number two is not many people tend to talk about it, and number three is no matter what I tell somebody, so for example, if someone says, I'm overweight, and I keep telling them they're not overweight, so say for example my wife says, I'm overweight, or I think I need to lose some weight, and I say, well, you're not fat, you're not fat, you're not fat, you're not fat. I could tell her 1,000 times. If she actually believes she is, well then, she is. That's the bottom line. So the question is to you, it's not to your wife, it's not to your husband, it's not to your boyfriend, it's not to your girlfriend, it's you. The second question is, are you happy about it? And it's a yes or no. I don't believe in grey. I don't believe in yes/no. I don't believe in halves, like 6.5 out of 10. I believe in a yes or no. I believe in black and white. Because I believe that grey gives us an opt-out and gives us an option to make excuses and not to deal with it. So number one is, are you fat? Number two is, are you happy with it? And then quite frankly, number three is, if the answer is yes or no, well then what are you going to do about it? So either one, drop it off the radar if you're happy with yourself, if you're happy with your body, drop it, move on with life and get over it. Or number two is, if you're not happy with it, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to blame the government? Are you going to continue to blame the food chain? Your ex-husband who abused you psychologically to the point where you have such low self-esteem that you're just feeding your face? Your husband or your boyfriend who did whatever, and likewise your girlfriend or whatever, because this is not just a female thing. So what are you actually going to do about it? There's a great friend of mine I just spent some time in New Zealand with, Jim from Florida, and I'm not sure it's his story necessarily, but the old story about two dogs sitting down on a veranda, and one is lying on a nail, and one owner says to the other, he says, well, what are you going to do about it? Your dog's lying on a nail. And he says, well, he'll move. I said, well, when? He says, well, when the pain is bad enough. So, are you at the point where the pain is bad enough physically or mentally for you to be in that position, to the point where you're actually going to do something about it, or does it need another 2 or 3 years? And the other thing is, maybe if you can't self-motivate yourself, maybe think about other people, the impact it's going to make on your health and so on, and maybe that's a way to do it. So thank you.